Hello, it's great to see you again in another video about incredible animals. Did you know that a cuttlefish can switch between up to 13 different outfits in just 1 second? Or that there's a creature that can literally run on water like a miracle? Which animal exists outside the normal cycle of life and death? And which one may have inspired Marvel's Deadpool? Welcome to the top 10 unbelievable animal abilities. That might just make you jealous. Lyrebird, the ultimate mimic. The king of imitation, the master of mimicry, even a beatbox champion. That's what people call the lyrebird. Native to Australia, this bird is not just good at singing, it is unbelievably good. During mating season, a male can sing for up to 4 hours a day. Its repertoire is incredibly diverse, ranging from its own natural calls to the unique sounds of other birds. It can mimic entire flocks at once, or even the sounds of non-bird animals like kangaroos, koalas, and dingoes. But it doesn't stop there. Lyrebirds have been recorded imitating artificial sounds, including chainsaws, car engines, camera shutters, gunshots, alarms, and even human speech. So yes, parrots might talk, but the lyrebird performs. Its incredible ability comes from a vocal organ similar to our larynx, called the syrinx. Most songbirds have 4 pairs of muscles controlling this organ. The lyrebird only has 3, and yet, it produces some of the most complex sounds in the animal kingdom. Basilisk lizard. Running on water. Running on water may sound impossible, but science suggests that humans could theoretically do it if we could run at speeds between 70 and 100 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, we can't.
Why are you crying?
But the basilisk lizard can. Measuring around 70 to 75 centimeters in length, this reptile lives in tropical forests across Central and South America. When threatened, it leaps from trees, lands on water, and runs. Yes, runs. Nicknamed the Jesus lizard, it uses specialized flaps on its feet that spread out when it moves quickly, increasing surface area and allowing it to stay above water. It can reach speeds of around 24 kilometers per hour, but even it has limits. After about 10 to 20 meters, it sinks and swims the rest of the way. Clownfish, changing gender. Gender can be a complex and sensitive topic in human society, but clownfish have a surprisingly simple system. They change. All clownfish are born male. Within a group, the largest individual becomes female. Each group has only one dominant breeding pair. If there are multiple females, they will fight until only one remains. The smaller males deliberately limit their growth to avoid threatening the dominant pair. But when the female dies, the dominant male transforms into a female. His reproductive organs change completely in a natural biological process that can begin within weeks. So, yes, after finding Nemo, his dad would eventually become his mom.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Dung beetle. Unbelievable strength. Where there is dung, there is likely a dung beetle. And while their lifestyle might seem unpleasant, their abilities are extraordinary. Now, dung beetles can fly long distances to locate fresh dung. They use highly sensitive antennae to detect even faint odors in the air. Some species, like Scarabaeus satirus, can even navigate using the Milky Way. But their most impressive ability is strength. The strongest species can pull objects over 1,000 times their own body weight. Scaled up to human size, that would be like dragging a fully loaded tank. In terms of strength relative to size, they are the strongest animals on Earth. Axolotl, regeneration master. What if losing a limb wasn't permanent? For the axolotl, it isn't. This unusual amphibian, native to Mexico, possesses one of the most powerful regenerative abilities in the animal kingdom. It can regrow not only limbs, but also spinal cord tissue, parts of the heart, dissections of the brain, and even complex internal structures.
Oh my God! Wow!
When injured, the axolotl doesn't simply heal the wound. Instead, the cells around the damaged area revert to a more primitive, stem-like state. These cells gather into a structure called a blastema, which acts like a biological construction site, rebuilding the missing body part from scratch using genetic instructions stored in its DNA. What makes this even more remarkable is that the regenerated tissue is fully functional and nearly identical to the original. There is no scar, no permanent damage. This ability has made the axolotl a subject of intense scientific research, with the hope that one day humans might be able to replicate even a fraction of this process. And yet, despite possessing what seems like a biological superpower, the axolotl is critically endangered in the wild. It can regrow almost anything it loses, except the environment it needs to survive.
Hi.
Okay.
Cuttlefish, hypnotic master. Among invertebrates, cuttlefish have one of the largest brain-to-body ratios and are among the most intelligent. They are famous for their ability to change color almost instantly. In less than a second, they can shift between multiple patterns and styles. This ability comes from specialized pigment cells in their skin. Each cell contains tiny sacs of color controlled by surrounding muscles. By expanding or contracting these cells, they create complex patterns that can mesmerize prey. And while their prey is distracted, the cuttlefish strikes. Owl, silent hunter of the night. If darkness hides danger, owls are not afraid of it. Owls are nocturnal hunters, feeding on rodents and small animals that are active at night. Their eyes are adapted for low light, containing far more rod cells than cone cells, making night vision extremely sharp. They also have a reflective layer behind the retina that enhances light sensitivity. However, their eyes cannot move. Instead, they rotate their heads up to 270 degrees thanks to extra neck vertebrae and specialized blood flow systems. Their wings are also designed for silent flight, making them nearly invisible and inaudible in the dark. But even they have a weakness. Owls are farsighted.
Huh?
Electric eel, living battery. The first electric battery was invented in 1800, but long before that, nature had already done it. Electric eels can grow up to 2.5 meters long and live in murky waters with poor visibility. To compensate, they use electricity to navigate and hunt. Their bodies contain thousands of specialized cells that generate electric charges. They can produce low-voltage pulses for navigation and high-voltage shocks, up to 800 volts, to stun prey. Despite this power, each pulse lasts only a fraction of a second. Usually not deadly, but definitely dangerous.
Why are you running?
Immortal jellyfish. Most living things follow a simple rule. They are born, they grow, and eventually they die. But some organisms don't follow that rule. The species Turritopsis doherni, which often called the immortal jellyfish, has developed a way to essentially escape aging altogether. When faced with stress, injury, starvation, or environmental changes, instead of dying, this jellyfish does something extraordinary. It reverses its own life cycle. Its body begins to collapse, its complex structures break down, and its cells undergo a rare biological process known as transdifferentiation, where mature cells transform into entirely different types of cells. It then returns to a much earlier stage of life, becoming a polyp, a juvenile form that attaches itself to a surface and begins growing again. In theory, this process can repeat indefinitely, allowing the organism to avoid death by aging. Of course, it is not truly immortal. It can still be eaten, destroyed, or killed by disease. But biologically speaking, why it doesn't have to grow old? It doesn't extend its life. It resets it.
Nani?
Bats. Seeing with sound. What if you could navigate the world perfectly, without seeing anything at all? For many species of bats, this is not a hypothetical question. It is reality. Contrary to popular belief, bats are not blind. In fact, many of them can see reasonably well. But their real advantage comes from a completely different system. Echolocation. Bats emit high-frequency sound waves far beyond the range of human hearing, and then listen to the echoes that bounce back from objects in their environment. By analyzing these echoes, their brains can calculate distance, size, shape, movement, and even texture. This allows them to build a detailed, three-dimensional map of the world using sound alone. So the precision of this system is remarkable. Even more impressive, bats are able to filter out their own outgoing signals, focusing only on the returning echoes, effectively ignoring their own noise. In complete darkness, where vision becomes useless, bats don't need light, because they don't just hear the world, they see it, with sound. So, which of these creatures impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.